55. What is up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of Live of 55. I know what you're saying. Man, it's been a long time. And then the Timberland beat hits in your head if you know anything about music. And if you're Higgy, it hits in your head. So it's something kind of similar. Welcome to this week's episode. We know we're on a day late, but as you all know, we've not had an episode in a couple of weeks. We did an episode the night before I left vacation, so I felt like it was only fitting. We bookended it the night after vacation was over with, and we're going to talk about. I told y'all before we left, I was going to be responsible for some commits while we were gone. I almost pulled off a really big one, but we'll talk about that here in a second. Here we are tonight with my co-host, the great. I don't know what Higgy's stolen the shocker up in the background. I don't know. The guy who's got the keys to victory, the keys to success, and the keys to a water bottle he just showed me. It's my man Wes Keys.
What's going on, everybody? And yes, indeed.
As he would say, Wes good. I mean, what's good? Also with us today, as always, I don't know where Tanner's at. Tanner didn't even hit me, but it's our guy, the notorious HIG, the original, the one and only, pound for pound, the best. Now, are we sign languaging? Pound for pound, the best podcaster in the business. I truly believe that. That's a compliment, Higgy. Why did you gave me like a boo-boo face on that one?
I don't know. It's just because it's you.
Well, you know what? You can eat. Never mind. All right. Well, you know what? Let's get started. A lot of stuff happened in the 2 weeks I've been gone. I'm responsible for 3 commitments. Mr. Khalifa, which is going to be redshirted this year. So I was first I was like, all right, we got him from those other guys. And then, you know, it really didn't, the air kind of got let out of the balloon when it was announced he would probably redshirt. Brian McGlasson in the building. What's good, Brody? Then we got Corin Johnson, right?
Yes.
Okay. It's to me, the last name's just so simple. I always feel like I'm getting it incorrect. But Corin Johnson from Washington. And last but not least, we got our frightening guard in the back court. We got our Chucky, you know, from Wisconsin.
You got a Boubacar. You forgot a Boubacar.
Who did I forget?
You forgot a Boubacar Traore.
And you also forgot one today, Kobe Rogers.
No, I didn't forget.
No, he was saying on vacation. He has 4.
Yeah.
Coming back.
Now, listen, I'm looking at Higgy. How did I forget the boob? How did I forget a Boubacar Traore? I apologize. That's 4 big time gets. Cecil, what's good, my man? Look, we almost put off the Jaden Quaintance situation, but as we were all told, as we all know by now, Higgy is showing us his rack for some reason. I don't know what's going on.
No, I'm pulling a Wilson.
Okay. You're doing a reverse Wilson. Wilson spoke from over.
Exactly.
Yeah. But with Quaintance, best of luck to him. Hopefully he does well in his career, but he found somebody to pony up for him, and it wasn't, you know, we were willing to go a little cray for him, but we were not ready to go, as the kids call it today, Delulu for him. Mike, what's good, man? So yeah, that's where that lays. We got a couple of football commits as well, so I feel like I did my part while I was on vacation. Anything else that happened in the last couple of weeks that we need to speak on, Wes?
Not that I know of.
I was gonna say, what about Jeff Brom giving everybody the boot?
Oh. Yes.
There you go. That absolutely happened. Justin McCord, what's good, my man?
If you don't mind for a second, and Penny Boone's agent commenting under that picture talking about L's down after he commits to UCF. You messed him up and then want to be mad at us. Seriously?
Yeah.
No, hold on. Ms. voice. Really?
And Penny, I don't have any hard feelings towards him. He was directed to do something. He was just doing what he was, still young. I mean, I've had great interactions with him. It seems like a really, really good kid. I was very excited to watch him play this season. And who knows, maybe we will. What's up, Hoop? Maybe we'll take some road trips. Me and Teresa are, speaking of road trips, had a fantastic vacation in Orlando. That's what I wanted to talk about first. As Cody Rhodes would say, Louisville. What do you want to talk about? It really was a crazy vacation. So I get down there 2 days in, and I walk in and I run into Trenton Flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I already know that Nolan's working out Trenton, so I'm looking for Nolan. So I run into Trenton and Nolan like day 2. It was literally day 2. Day 4, Steve and his family get down there. We're walking into the theme park, and his name's and we see Kyle Filipowski walking out while we're walking in. Walk a little bit further into the park. For the wrestling fans in here, what's up, Cashmere? Top Dollar is sitting there right in front of us in line to get into the amusement park. We go home. I go home early because I can't do the whole 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. fireworks thing. I go home about 6 p.m. every time. So I took my first Uber, as you all saw on 55 Cuts, or is that what I called it? Something like
55 clips.
Clips, yeah. Well, I don't know, clips, cuts, whatever. I'm riding home with the Uber guy, and I was doing the show in the back of the car, and great experience if you've never Ubered. But this dude tells me that he just took Roman Reigns to Disney that day. And I'm like, holy crap, like, how can this trip get any crazier? So the next day we go to NXT. And NXT, strongly worded letter coming your way, because we did everything we were supposed to. We stood in that long hot line for 2 hours just to get into the buses. And when we get to the front of the line, they tell us our names aren't on the list. So we go home. We're kind of sulking. What's up, Robbie? Yeah, it's good to be back, man. I don't feel really good tonight, so I don't know how long we're going to go, but you know me, I get to talking and I don't shut up, so it is what it is. But we go to Disney Springs the next day. We're relaxing and stuff, and we're sitting there. And I'll be danged if Lash Legend and Trick Williams don't walk right in front of us in Disney Springs. It was also, and I know I'm forgetting some people that we ran into down there, but it was a great time. Bubba, what's good? Brian, what's good? But I did do a couple of the 55 clip shows while I was down there with my brand new theme music, which is in, I'll play a little clip of it for you real quick, but it is in respect to our new NXT heavyweight champion. Check out the intro for 55 clips. I love that beat, man. They played that in pre for warm-ups for Louisville basketball this year, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, we had a great time, and then Steve and them left, so then it was just me, my wife, and my niece that were there, and it was just relaxing. I had a lot of stuff on my mind that I was able to kind of shuffle through. Had some health stuff that I was dealing with down there too, and that all went fine. Yeah, Brian, we're gonna get some recruiting news in here. You gotta wade through the appetizers before you get to the entree. Higgy has already went straight for his entree, whatever it is. But as far as the news and stuff, but yeah, it was a great trip. We had a good time. It was really good running into Nolan and Trenton down. And let me tell you this. I walked into the gym I saw Trenton and his dad. They both saw me. They're like, "Hey!" And Trenton was decked out. I showed y'all the picture in the group chat. Head to toe, Louisville gear. What's up, TJ? Still loves Louisville. Told me, like, literally, we had the best conversation. You could tell he wanted to apologize to somebody. And he did. And I told him, I said, "You don't owe me an apology. You did what you felt like, and obviously it looked like you did do what was best for you. So ain't no Louisville Boston College baseball in rain delay currently. Great."
Okay.
But yeah, just great kid. The dad, oh my God, dude. Trav, the dad, I think we're best friends now, man. He just a cool dude. We they let me watch his NBA pre-draft workout since I was there. And shout out to the great people at Lake Nona Performance Center, an amazing facility. It blows anything we have here in Louisville out of the water. It's like the YMCA on steroids. It's amazing. It's on the campus of Central Florida, one of their branches. And it's the branch of Central Florida that you see when they do the pictures and they show you, "Hey, come to Central Florida," and they show like the nice sleek buildings and stuff like that. It's in that picture, but couldn't have had a better time. Obviously, it was stretched in between some health stuff, but for the most part, had a great time. Let me get that back up on the screen. Had a great time and ran into a bunch of people that I either knew or didn't. I feel like I'm leaving somebody out. So if I'm leaving you out, I apologize. I feel really bad for Charity's mom. She was really hyped to be. She was calling all of her friends and telling them that she was going to be on NXT that Tuesday night because all the seats in that arena are on the screen, and then we didn't. She was so deflated she didn't get to go to NXT, but it's normally a really good time. And then look, we were sitting there at Disney Springs. We just saw Trick Williams. We're eating it. There's a place called Chicken Guy. Amazing chicken tenders, amazing fries, and stuff like that. And NXT is going to send me an email saying, "Hey, we're going to throw a draft party Friday night. You're more than welcome to come." And I'm like, "Oh, man, that would have been awesome if I'd have known in advance. I could have planned for that." It is what it is. But what's up, Corey? Our guy Corey in the building. I appreciate all y'all joining us tonight. Again, I know it's a Thursday night. We don't normally do this on Thursday nights. We'll probably go for another 20 minutes. It'll be a shortened show. CP, what's good, man? Former teammate, former Louisville Cardinal. Well, as you know, once you're a former Cardinal, you're a Cardinal for life. L's up all the way. Cardinal forever, Chris Pointer in the building. I'll tell you this much. Chris, he may not know this, and he may know this. He means a whole lot to me because he was one of the people. I was 16 years old when I got to U of L. I was young. I graduated young, graduated early, and a lot of them didn't know I was as young as I was because I was a big dude then. And what's up, Charles? So he kind of took me under his wing. There's a lot of stuff we can't talk about that he helped me through. But look, no, I will not. Still on 2 hours later, probably. Thanks, Uncle Larry. I appreciate that. I'm glad to be home, kinda. I love Louisville, but man, I see why you lived in Orlando all those years. We didn't do the same thing twice, man. It was so fun. It was not as expensive as most people make it out to be. Really good time. But yeah, CP, he's my dude. Love that dude. He's really responsible for me breaking out of my shell. I mean, I know it's hard to believe. I was really shy in high school and middle school, and I got to I just used my pads to do the talking in high school. But I got to college, and I was really shy. But I was still about 3 or 4 years younger than everybody else in that building. And I had guys like Roman Oben and Sam Madison and Rico Clark and Ted Washington and all those NFLers, and they're like grown bleeping men. And here I am, just a 16-year-old youngster trying to do my thing. But Chris was one of the funniest people I ever met, and just a cool dude. I appreciate him so much. I know he knows that, but Sometimes it feels good to hear that kind of stuff every once in a while from people that care about you. So, what do we got over here?
Oh,
We got a little. Okay. Oh,
last but not least,
Tan the Man. What's good, buddy?
What's up? Sorry, I'm dog sitting, so
It's all good, man. I thought Dalton was beating you in 1-on-1 again.
no.
Lee Newton says, next time you come down, give me a shout. Lee, I really wanted to holler at you when we were in Celebration, but I don't want to get into a lot of detail, but some of the stuff that I had to do down there took a lot out of me. So I was resting a whole lot in between. Like, we did a park day and then waited 3 days and then did another park day. But keep pushing Higgy out. For sure. I don't know what Tanner's trying to do. This ain't that type of show.
That's what I was about to say. Whoa, chill on the crotch shot.
This show has now been upgraded to rated T for Tanner.
No diddy.
Chris said, I appreciate that. Yeah, no doubt, man. I appreciate you for sure. So we kind of went over everything that happened, I think, while I was gone. Bubba says, whoa. Yeah, Jeff Brom punted some guys off the team. That was pretty fun.
I forgot that happened. That felt like ages ago.
I know. That's what happens when you don't do this for 2 weeks. It feels like everything and nothing happened at the same time.
55 real quick. One thing I just thought about that we forgot to talk about, spring game.
The spring game.
That did also happen.
Absolutely. I'm glad you brought that up. Oh, Bubba has spotted a party foul. He says Tanner is wearing blue on the show.
Oh, it's Nike too. We're gonna get.
Oh no,
we're get doxxed.
We're gonna. Mike says Tanner. Nope. You know what? I'm gonna start putting the comments on just to harass Tanner. Tanner, no
blue shirts.
He's wearing blue on the show. Bubba also says keep pushing Higgy out. 2 strikes.
Strikes. That's a turnover.
Not like an apple turnover. You're eating again during the show.
What's he having?
It looks like pizza. Here's my thing. I purposely don't eat before the show so I can do the best show I can and give you all my focus. And here you are every week just eating while we're doing the show. My stomach's I'm starving. I know it don't look like it. I even still have my vacation beard. I didn't even shave today because I woke up yesterday morning in Orlando, Florida. I woke up this morning in beautiful Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah.
It just wasn't. Yeah. It just wasn't. Something there wasn't the same.
Yeah, bro. Big transition.
It really is. Speaking of transition, Higgy's pizza transition from one slice to the other. His transition game is pretty good. Bubba says even Higgy knows not to wear blue on the show.
Yeah, hey, I was eating my food before the show, and Higgy's eating during the show, and then it's just like, come on, bro, we got to get there. At least you're not in the car.
Well, I haven't been asked any questions, so I can eat while I talk.
So you're just gonna be that.
What pizza? I'll ask you a question. What pizza
Higgy.
is it, or what pizza place is it from?
It's Red Baron. It's the frozen kind.
It's not even a real pizza. Hold on, hey Mike.
Hey,
Mike,
Red Baron is it is frozen pizza, but it's real pizza to me.
Higgy.
Mike Singleton points out crotch shot, blue shirt, and Nike. That's 3 strikes. You should be out. We give him an extra because I haven't seen him in a while. I miss Tanner. He's the dude. So
hey, first time in a while off of that last comment.
Jesus. First flag of the month. Roman Oben kicked everyone's butt when it come to he did, man. Such an impressive dude. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave the 3 strikes comment up there for a little bit, especially since now I can see more of Higgy's pizza slice.
Which park did you go to? Was it Disney only?
We went to, so the way we do it, we do the park hopper. So we went to Animal Kingdom for the first 4 hours of the day, and then went to Epcot for the rest of the day. And then the second day we went to Hollywood for the first 4 hours of the day, and then went to Magic Kingdom for the rest of the day.
Okay.
But the resort we stay at it's in Kissimmee, which is about 5 miles away from Disney. It's called Encantada, and it is so freaking nice and cheap. Like, It is what it. All right, I guess we have an update from Charles. Louisville laying the wood at BC, up 3-0 in the first. Okay.
No, did he?
Babu says, "What's up, 55? I don't even own a blue shirt, let alone wearing it on a Louisville Cardinals show. I think I may have one blue dress shirt, and it's a polo, and I forgot why I had it. Oh no, I remember why I have it, because it was for our anniversary, our 20th wedding anniversary. So this was like 4.5 years ago, and my wife and nieces dressed up in different shades of blue, and I had my black and red on, and they're like, we got to at least get you something blue. You got to match a little bit. So it's not even the same color of blue as whatever we can see of Tanner right now. His trapeze, whatever that is in the shot. But it's the only blue thing I have in my entire wardrobe, and I wore it that one night, and it is what it is. Okay, Bubba says he was wearing his 55 shirt today at my kid's school for his derby parade. That's awesome.
Okay.
Listen, when we first started Cardinal Sports Zone back in...
You can't just put on red now, Tanner.
It's
yes,
pink.
he can. He absolutely can rectify one of the strikes. And actually, he's taken 2 of the strikes off. He'll never be able to take his crotch away from us, but he can take the other stuff away. We will never unsee that. As long as Tanner doesn't do L's down, we're good. I think you're right there. When we first
We're
started,
safe there.
when we first started Cardinal Sports Zone, so this is 2024. So that was about 2011, 2012. We started the website and stuff. We did have merch, and it got to be too much for me to keep up with, and we stopped doing the T-shirts. And Bubba was one of them that bought one of the 55 shirts, which were awesome. I wish our guys at T-shirt Hooligans could. I might have to holler at Alan and see if he can put those back out. And the CSZ T-shirts we had for a little bit that Kevin put out, those were pretty dope too.
Shout out, by the way.
Absolutely. My favorite thing that we put out merch-wise, though, were the CSZ hats. And we had a gray hat that had black writing with red trim around it. We had a black and red. We had a black hat with black and red writing on it. We had a white hat, which I think was kind of the low-key, the coldest one, because it was white with black CSZ on it. But my favorite one was the red one because it had the white glow-in-the-dark thread on it, so you could see it at nighttime. Let's see. Mike Singleton is calling Tanner a closet BYU fan. Wes is...
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I don't know.
Just neutral to me.
He is sports neutral, it sounds like. And Bubba says he needs a CSZ shirt for sure. We got to get that back up.
We all do.
For sure. Because they were not... I remember... I don't remember who the sponsor was, but one year, it was the first year of the podcast. So this will be season 6 coming up. Gosh, man, 5 seasons so far on this version of the show and stuff. And that sponsor, oh gosh, what is the Kaufman's? Made us a bunch of Adidas dry fit polo shirts, wasn't it, Higgy?
Yep.
Higgy.
We had a red and black one.
Yeah, we had a red one and a black one. They fire, just straight fire. Find one of them. That's probably what I'll do for everybody next year. Get everybody some swag. We'll do that. But all right, let's get back into it. Again, as Bubba pointed out, we say we're going to have a quick show, and then we don't. Let's see. Oppo Taco Time. Eddie Kingston is him for sure. I love what Eddie and Gavin and Zion are doing.
Bubba, just shut up now.
What's he say this time? We just got a commitment. 3-star tight end. Was Higgy's made by Little? No. This just in. Talking about commitments. Grant Hauser, tight end from Ohio, 3-star. From I would love for. Did y'all see that thing that meme I sent in the chat the other day of the Louisville athlete? I was like, Higgy,
yes.
This.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You didn't respond to it, but this one's even better. From Wapakoneta, Ohio, Grant Hauser just committed to Louisville, tight end, 3-star.
Okay.
Just retweeted him
Yeah.
on my timeline at Jeremy_CSZ. So if you want to look at that, hopefully not while you're doing the show, but
Right.
sorry, Tanner, I did not see your request for me to send the link again. I apologize. I was doing.
Oh no, it's all right. I found it.
Oh, but Higgy got it. So hey, Higgy is. Thanks, Higgy. Okay, let's get back on track here. What are we still looking for? So obviously, I think the biggest thing that that's what we're talking about. Basketball needs. We need bigs. I know that Goodman and Norlander put out yesterday, and maybe even Jody too put out some information about the kid from Miami, Norchad Omier. He would be a good, not a great, but a good pickup. Actually, I think he would be a better pickup. But great, awesome bar. Having a good time here at Thurby. I always feel like I have a lisp when I say Thurby. The pictures on his Instagram live from Thurby. So we're looking like we're in good with them. I feel like we're in the kid from Utah.
Great Osabor.
No, the
Utah
guard.
State. Oh, Devin Smith.
Davion Smith, or how you say it?
Devin Smith.
Didn't we go after him in the offseason last year?
We did, and we pretty much had him, and then Louisville stuff happened. Mike Singleton said, "Much love to you, Higgy." Mark says, "Good start for Louisville baseball," and Bubba bends the knee and says, "I'll love Higgy. If I didn't like you, I wouldn't crack on you. Would be better if we were in great with him, for sure. I'm not really sure who else we're going after at this time. I do know I was talking to a couple of my donor buddies over the vacation, and they told me not to worry if things didn't look how I want, because they already know how fanatic I am, right?
Yeah.
So I pretty much told them throw all the money at Jaden Quaintance, and they didn't listen to me. I said put it all in the bag and hand it to them straight off top. But so they know how critical and fanatic I am about it. They were like, if you're not happy at the end of by mid-May, don't worry. There's still more portal openings over the summer. Kids are going to get 2 weeks before the seasons, or a month before the season starts, realize they're not going to start and going to be leaving at that time too. So they felt pretty good about us fielding a competitive team. Now, what we need to remember is that these guys have never played with each other before. Yeah. So just like last year when we had a bunch of guys, or 2 years ago when we had a bunch of guys that had never played with each other before, it took them a while to gel. And even then, they only won 4 games? 4. I think I'm blacking that out. Yeah, Charles, actually, I am a fan of Kenny Omega. Funny you should mention that. I'm actually hopeful for basketball again, says Bubba. Yeah, I am too. I just don't want – here's my thing. I know how excited I was for basketball under Kenny Payne, and whatever happened there happened. I don't know how to explain it. Not going to dredge it back up because Kenny's already got another job. He's going to do his thing in Arkansas. So best of luck to him. He's always going to be a Louisville Cardinal in my mind. So, he tried. When he got hired, nobody else would take this job. Why? Because they knew it was going to be an impossible situation because of the stuff that was going on. And Kenny took the bullet. That's the way I look at it. You can look at it however you want to. I look at it as Kenny knew that the bullet had to be taken, and there was a chance that he could do something great, but he knew the chance was greater that it was going to fall flat on his face. And it is what it is. Don't we get to start practicing early this year, says Chris. Yes, I think so. So we'll keep the Payne name out of this for now.
Yeah,
I think 10 to 15 wins this year should be the expectation. I know everybody's going to be like, "Oh man, we got the best. We got a decent team. Talent wise, not any better than any team that Kenny's brought in. Now the difference is going to be the leadership. It's going to be, do they follow directions? Do they work hard? It's going to be what they do to make the difference. And I'm excited to see it, man. I get excited every time I hear Pat Kelsey talk, and I'm really hoping. By the way, had a couple of phenomenal Louisville live streams over the last couple of weeks while I was gone. Let me go ahead really quick and pull that information up so I don't short anybody, because I've been known to accidentally do that. No Bubba, but we had 2 weeks ago, we had Mike Gonzalez and Adnan Green on, and we had a great time with them. And then just a couple nights ago, Chris Bell and Devin Neal, probably my favorite interview that we've done so far. Devin Neal was dressed to the Derby nines. I was sitting there interviewing him, and he's like, "Oh, by the way, I'm still here," and turns around, and it was a panoramic view of the football stadium. He was at the football stadium, dressed like he was going to prom. And then we got to talk to Chris Bell, who has been the team anointed funniest guy on. I mean, every one of these we've done. And I think this, let me look while I'm doing this. I think this is 3, 4. Which one? What was this? Penny Boone was the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And you did a couple last season and stuff with Storm Duck and.
No, it was Cameron Kelly and Willie Tyler. Yeah. But we've done like 7 of these so far, and I haven't got to talk to Storm Duck yet, or I would have had something very funny. I would have had a very good pun in his introduction. I love doing the introductions. That's the one thing that my boss at Rave On, Miss Brittany, shout out to her, one of the hardest working women in the business. She told me after the show last week, she's like, "These kids will rave about your introductions." I'm like, "Yeah, I like to make it fun. I want them to feel like they're special and that they're appreciated." And I'm glad I was able to do that. But man, Chris Bell was a trip. Very, 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 very happy to keep doing these. As soon as we know who the guests, actually, I will text right now and see if I can get an answer. I'm probably not going to in the middle of this show, but it's worth a try. Any word? It's live TV, pal.
I got a few perfect jokes for Storm Duck if you ever do one.
All right.
Out of a few off of you saying that, I got a few already in the chamber.
Okay. The next guest. Okay. All right. So make sure you are paying attention to that, though. I gotta give them a shout out. It's the Ravon. The 502 Circle Louisville live stream. Every week we have 2 current. Sometimes it's a current and a past card. Like the very first one we did, we had Shane Buchanan and Mike James. Probably my favorite one overall that we've done. And we did some baseball ones, which were really, really fun. And the football ones have been the ones that have been the most watched. So keep doing it. Go to ravonsports.com, download the app. It's very easy. You sign up, you tap to follow your favorite teams or follow your favorite people, just like Twitter, and it'll send you notifications before we go. I hate that I need to get my camera down here so that way it don't look like I'm just ignoring you all. Desmond says, member for 1 month. What's good, fellas? Wes, my apologies about the other day on Twitter. You're good people.
What happened?
I don't know. Apparently, I should have known. You always get into a scuffle with people on Twitter. Louisville baseball up 5-0 now. Apparently, you got into it with Dez. Hey, look, Devin Neal. Speaking of Devin, just messaged me. Can't wait to do it. Thank you, and as well. I really enjoyed it. I apologize for the delay on my end. It took him a while to get in because he was up there at the stadium. No problem. It's weird. It's weird how that happened during the show. I haven't talked to him since, and
No. There was just a slight misunderstanding between me and Desmond. It's all good. It was just a slight misunderstanding.
Okay,
everything cool. Good, brother. But yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to listen. I like when people that we've done shows with hit me up during the show. I like to try to get them back on the show again. The JW situation in the power.
Have you all talked about the center position like in depth?
No.
Because, well, I think, I don't know. Without getting too much into it, I think our expectations of what we need are skewed. I think we need a backup center, not a starting center.
Yeah, because some people are bullish on James Scott, and dude is really good, and he's a lob threat. He gave Alabama 11 in the tournament. He averages like 1.3, 1.4 blocks in half a game, which is crazy. And he's around 80% around the rim.
Yeah. And like if we somehow got Norchad O'Meara, I think he would play the 4, I feel like, or maybe a small ball 5.
Yeah, I was going to say small ball 5 because I was talking to the guys in the other group chat earlier, and I said he could kind of be like a Draymond Green for us. Small ball 5, death lineup like the Warriors used to run. 6'7" guy. He can spread the floor. He can pass. He can do a little bit of everything.
I'm just, for whatever reason, I'm just really high on James Scott. I think if he has NBA potential, it wouldn't necessarily, to me at least, make sense for him to like sit the bench and bring in somebody to start over him. Like if he's has NBA potential, I feel like he's good enough to start.
Yeah, the only thing he can't do is shoot the 3. He can shoot the mid-range. He's a lob threat. He's gonna score anything you give him around the basket. And yeah, it's like that's the only thing he can't do. The kid jumps out of the gym. If you throw it up to him at the rim, it's getting dunked.
Absolutely, and I'm with Tanner on this. I think he's being severely underestimated. I like that though. That's going to put a chip on his shoulder, and it's going to make him want to work harder. Let's go through some of these chats. I want to see leader and effort. Yeah, leadership and effort. Uncle Larry says, "You think Coach Kelsey is?" I think Louisville Live has Coach Kelsey written all over it.
I think it's coming. No diddy.
He probably, gosh dang it, Wes. He probably pisses Louisville Live in the morning. That's how much he loves it and would fit for that. So yeah, Uncle Larry, I do think so. KD from YouTube. Glad you said that about KP and this year's talent and expectations. People are being a little bit over the top, thinking we are great. I listen, I'm 1,000% on that. I know it's great to feel better because we don't have that dire situation in place anymore. But gosh, I don't want to say this because then I'm going to be labeled as the hater. There's maybe only 2 or 3 guys that he's pulled in that would have ever played on any other team that I've ever seen at Louisville. So for everybody to be like, oh my God, we got the number 3, the number 9, the number 12 transfer. Well, he's transferred for a reason. You're either a transfer because you weren't good enough at your last school, or you were better than people thought you were prior. But if you're still, I don't know. I just look at the transfer portal a little bit differently. Sure, you can find pieces out there that work, but I don't think it's the end-all, be-all like a lot of people do. And we didn't have anybody. Tanner shot me this list. Trey White, he went to Illinois. Sky Clark, UCLA. Mike and Brandon, NC State. J.J. DePaul. Curtis Williams, Georgetown. Caleb Glenn, FAU. Dennis Evans, Grand Canyon. And Danilo and TJ Robinson. No, TJ Robinson wasn't on our team last year. He was a commit. But Danilo went to Milwaukee. We're still waiting to see the destinations for 3 more cards, Tylor, Hersey, and Emmanuel. But none of those guys that left here went to a major college basketball situation. Maybe Sky in UCLA.
I would say Trey White to Illinois.
When's the last time Illinois has even been really good? I mean, when they were in the Final Four against us?
Yeah. I forgot what they did this year.
Did they make the Elite 8 this year?
They forgot what they did this year.
Yeah.
But he's going to be teaming up with Big Ben from his name is Ben, right? From
Ben, yeah, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. It's like Hemiculus.
Homunculus, whatever. It is what it is, but it's just like the prior year. I mean, Sidney Curry, he went to Grand Canyon. Noah Locke went to Providence. Wes Keys went off the screen.
Wes went in the transfer portal.
Wes just went into the transfer portal.
Nah, sorry guys, my dad called me. He was just making sure I was good.
Gotcha. But they're still. Gosh, what was the dude's name? Fabio Basile went to UTSA. Like the only person in the last 2 years, and y'all can help me rectify this if I'm incorrect, was Jalen Withers the only person that went to a major college basketball team from our last 3 teams?
L and Jalen. Because L went to Arkansas, Jalen went to UNC.
Okay, Arkansas is, but
I mean, but they're Musselman.
Literally, they are, but they're running the 3-man weave at Arkansas. I'm just saying. It is what it is.
Okay.
I love our Cards family, brothers and sisters, says Cashmere. Yeah, we love you too, Cash. Babu says, clearly we need a starting power forward, but I wouldn't mind that 6'10". Babu, I hate to burst your bubble, but that 6'10" guy from Bellarmine is Diet Danilo Jakovacic, whatever his name was.
I hope we go after the dude from Illinois. That just
Coleman Hawkins?
Yes.
I think he's going to the draft.
Yeah, he put his
name there for a while, and he's a really good player.
He's good.
Yeah.
Bubba says, please, no slugger. I will admit that the presentation at Slugger Field was amazing from the field.
Yeah.
This is no flex. I was on the field. Shock.
I saw you. I was there.
I think anybody could see 6'7", 350, to be fair. But it was great from my vantage point. I couldn't imagine being up in those bleachers. It was horrible from that view. So Bubba says, please no Slugger Field. We'll do what we can. What they're trying to do is find like iconic venues, and I get it. The one year it was at Churchill Downs. That was pretty cool. The 4th Street Live ones were the best.
I think that's just where it should be, like a permanent location. Yeah. Either that or I think the waterfront would be pretty cool.
Not
the waterfront? You don't like that?
No, because they do it in October and it's going to be chilly.
That is true.
And it's by the water. I would love it if it was.
Why not do
I'm all for just putting in the Yum Center.
Freedom Hall would be cool.
I mean, you can't do it in the Yum Center because that's where you play all the games and everything else happens.
But still, you have the red-white scrimmage and everything like that there. Why not just put Louisville Live there as well?
By the way, really quick, shout out to our guys, our fine friends out of Ohio Valley Wrestling, putting on their pay-per-view tonight. It's double crossed. It's on the waterfront. Speaking of Wes, it's on the waterfront tonight. You can join the action by ordering the pay-per-view now at ovtix.com. A lot of great stuff. Got to do a cheap plug. Stay tuned to Ringside Podcast the next couple weeks. On Wednesday, we interview the role model Bailey. We will be talking about her. Not just the role model, the WWE Women's Champion Bailey. We talk about the upcoming SmackDown from the Yum Center on June the 6th or whatever that Friday is. It should be a really good Friday night. And then the next week we will have WWE Tag Team Champion Austin Theory on the show with us. So that'll be a good time. Just make sure you tune in to Ringside Power. All the stuff we do. We like promoting everybody's stuff. So if you have a show or a podcast and you want to promote it on our show, feel free to hop in the comments, talk about it. I do know that there's a new show that's on. I'm trying to find it real quick. I told them to hop on the feed and talk about it. They didn't. Our guy Bill Sports Live. Let's see if I can find that out. They're doing a new show called Card Talk. It's Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. on social media. They guess they're a part of the U of L Discord as well, which y'all know how I feel about that. I'm not going to knock anything, but joining him is The Card Man and Cards Companion. So that's their show they're going to be doing every Tuesday and Thursday. So check them out. But we're all about lifting people up here at Cardinal Sports Zone Live with 55. So just trying to make sure we're covering everything. So what we're still looking for, as we were talking about earlier, we're still looking for some bigs. We got 152 guards. We only got 13 scholarships, and 2 of those are taken away by red shirts now. So we're filling Higgy, you did the math earlier. How many do we have left? 3. So 3. Do we have 3 or do we have 2 because of the guy tonight?
Well, we had 8 going into the Chucky Hepburn situation. And then with Kobe Rogers committing and stuff, that puts us at 9.
Okay.
So
11, 12, 13. So that's 4.
Well, they said all along there was 12 spots available, what I've heard.
There's 13 spots, Higgy. Wonder if Aiden takes one of those spots though. Sitting here enjoying Higgy and his frozen. Can't hear you, Higgy. Can't hear you. Okay. I don't know what kind of music that was that Higgy's bopping.
It keeps changing.
Higgy, we need you to get back. We're gonna kick you off here for right now. Once you get back to your Wi-Fi, hop back on because we can't hear you at all, buddy.
Yeah, Higgy was going Daft Punk with the radio, but zapping Roger with the radio.
Babu confirms we have 4. Desmond says he has a podcast. We'll promote it in here. We'll do our thing. Desmond says rebuild the Louisville Gardens and have it there. I wouldn't hate that.
Oh man, that's a good idea.
And our guy Charles from YouTube, Higgy, you're even frozen on the review panel over here. Get back to your Wi-Fi, and I promise you I'll bring it right back on. Charles says June 7th, my birthday. Grandkids got them tickets. Well, you got some good grandkids because we're going to be enjoying Friday Night SmackDown from the Cardinal Sports Zone suite. Wes, when's the last time you've been to a WWE show?
The only WWE show I ever went to was back in 2006. It was SmackDown House Show, Louisville Gardens, before Batista officially came back, when he was coming back from injury, just not on TV. And him and Rey Mysterio were in a tag match. And Rey Mysterio was World Heavyweight Champion at the time.
So it's going to be a good time. We're going to have some friends and family up there in the suite this time. If you're interested in joining us in the future, just let me know and remind me when the tickets go on sale for the next event. The tickets are all sold out for this event. For the suite, but we have a good time this year. It's me, my brother, my wife, Steve and his family will be there. Chrissy Banta and her husband will be there. Sam Baisden will be there. Wes will be there. And Wes Brocky and his daughter and wife is going to be in the booth with us too. So we're looking to have a really fun time. And if I have any tickets closer to the show day extra, I'll definitely. They always give me some standing room only tickets. I mean, you won't have a seat, but maybe we can get you in the building. We'll see. But yeah, back to what we were talking about though. We definitely need some bigs. We got to fill that out. Derby this weekend. I'm not a big Derby guy. I have to admit this, guys. I've never been to Derby. I've been here for 45 years. Never been to a Derby. I've never spent ridiculous amounts of money so I can look good on a Thurby or a 50 Tuesday or a Derby. When people ask me, Jeremy, because I legit all the time, how are you able to go on 2 vacations a year? Well, first off, none of your business. Second off, I don't have any kids, so all my money goes towards spoiling my wife. So that's how. But thirdly, I don't waste it on $800 Derby hats and spending $1,000 at the track. But I'm not. If that's your thing, I'm not knocking you. It's not. That's just not for me.
Yeah. Hey, I've never been. My fault. Go
ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I've never been a patron of the Derby. Normally, I'm working the Derby. making money at Churchill
There you
Downs.
go. I forgot. I was about to say that.
The only time I've ever been a patron at Churchill Downs was for Louisville Live when it was there.
There's only one time I've ever been to a Derby or a Oaks, and it was my senior year in high school. They took the football players. So my high school football team went to Churchill Downs to clean up after Oaks, and I found like $300 on the ground. They let us keep whatever we found, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I had no desire to go back. I'm not really a big crowd person anyway. It's weird, as extroverted as I am on camera, microphone, whatever. Whenever I'm at my house, I just want to hang out with my friends. I don't want. My big pet peeve is when I invite. I'm just gonna throw a name out there. He's never done this to me, but I invite Wes to come over, Wes Brown, and he hits me up. He's like, "Yeah, I'm on my way over. I'm bringing my cousin Curtis with me." I'm like, I don't want Curtis in my freaking house. I almost cursed there. I don't want Curtis in my house. I don't know Curtis. Like, do you know who's gonna get blamed if something comes up missing? Curtis, because I don't know Curtis. So that's one of my big pet. But I'm not really a big crowd. Like, I can watch wrestling, but even with wrestling, I've started since I've been able to do it. Since Teresa graduated and started being a nurse and stuff, I even get the suite because I don't want to be around. It's not that I don't like talking to people, but I don't know, man. I just get really anxious sometimes in big settings like that. So I know I went off on a little tangent there. Desmond says his podcast is called Dat Works. It's a pro-black podcast dealing with politics, sports, etc. From my point of view, got to get back on his grind. Absolutely, and we support that. As you can see, we got a variety of people in the backgrounds here on the show, whether it be the Caucasian. Oh, wait a minute.
Don't even do that. That's
the hydrated.
The hydration.
Indeed. The hydrated and the wait a minute. Wes, can you do the favors for me? Point the finger down at Higgy. And the not malnourished. We got all kinds of different people on this show, so and we support everybody. So, hey, Louisville men's basketball in the building. What's up, man? We miss you.
Allegedly.
I was gonna say.
Scam likely. I'm not picking your phone call up. Louisville men's basketball says he's big pimping. We appreciate you, Louisville men's basketball. But yeah, so Derby, not really my thing. Don't knock anybody that likes to do it. I like to save money. I'm also not a big gambler, though. A lot of people like live and die gamble. Like, I like to have money. I don't like to not have more money than I didn't have before. Right? So, all right, last but not least, we'll wrap things up here. We appreciate y'all joining us. I know we said we were going to do a short show, and we're sitting here right at 7:53 at our normal time slot. Don't forget to tune in. Oh, wait a minute. That's when we're on Wednesday nights. Sorry, Taylor. Sorry, Ethan. I was going to give y'all a shout out, but y'all was on last night. So, hey, listen to their podcast if it's uploaded like that on their podcast channels there at ESPN Louisville. But got a big weekend wrestling wise. Backlash from France. So that's a 1 p.m. start time here in the United States of America. Should be a really good card. Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles for the Universal World Heavyweight WWE Championship of the city, state, nation, country, whatever the title's called this week. It is still 5-0, bottom of the third in the middle of a monsoon, says our stat guy. Best stat guy in the business, I will say. But big card. Gosh, who's is it Stratton, Bailey, and Naomi wrestling in the triple threat, Wes, for the title?
I think so.
I think so too. And plenty of other matches and stuff going on. I don't have the card in front of me. I apologize for that. But it should be OVW doing their monthly pay-per-view tonight, Double Crossed. It's on the Louisville riverfront. It's amazing. Plenty of good stuff going on here in the city. We got plenty of stuff going on myself. We do the card, and we're going to return to our normal podcasting, broadcasting schedule. Sunday, 2 p.m., the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast will come to you live. It'll be some variation of the crew. It won't be the side of Higgy's neck for sure, though. But we'll be in there. We'll have a good time. We have on Tuesdays the Louisville live stream at 7 p.m. on the Rayvon Sports app, brought to you by the 502 Circle, the amazing people out there. Shout out to our guy Dan and Mark for doing that for us. And last but not least, we do the Wednesday night 7 p.m. live with 55, which I'm now realizing why I didn't have any trouble getting Higgy in here tonight, and I didn't have any problems getting Tanner in here tonight or his crotch. We were able to get everybody in because it's not our normal Wednesday night. You throw it again, pick it up, throw it again, pick it up, throw it again. It just hit my head. This ain't our normal night. That's why everybody was here on time. But no, we appreciate everybody tuning in. We appreciate the love, the support. But that's all. That's everything I have going on. Wes, you got anything to promote?
No.
Wise words by the guy that's got the keys to the wisdom. Tanner, I know you do some stuff for other sites. You got anything you want to
plug? I do not, other than if you really have a football fix, check out from the Pink Seats podcast at State of Louisville. Presley and them, they do a good job over there. They just about every week breaking down the football side of things. And I know we're about to head into that dreaded dog days of summer when basketball ends. I'm hoping that every NBA game goes to a 7-game series because I want the most basketball possible before I have to switch over to baseball and golf. But no, they do a good job. They do a good job over there, so check them out.
For sure. Wes, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, even though my homie Desmond, I know he's not on here, but I tweeted, you know that gif of 50 Cent in the Rolls Royce driving away laughing? I sent that to him after we kicked the Heat out of the playoffs last night.
Come on, I'm a Heat fan.
Bro, I forgot.
There was no chance at winning that game. Like, if Derek White is dropping 20 points on you in a quarter, you have no shot. Like, the Heat need to go out and get, like, a superstar scorer. Like, I wouldn't mind if it was James Harden. Just for the love of God, just get somebody who can get 20 to 30 points in a quarter.
I love him so much, but I'm so happy you guys didn't get Donovan. But the only thing that's making me mad is now the Lakers might get Donovan, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the run we've got going on right now in Boston. I feel like this is, gosh, if this ain't the season, I don't know what season it will be.
All perfect.
Even like the contributing roles. They're balling out. So I'm going to enjoy the ride, sit back, relax. Look, we've all talked. Higgy, do you got anything you want to promote? We let everybody else promote their stuff.
Besides pizza.
Nope, I was just gonna say go Celtics.
Let's go.
Everyone here is a Celtics fan. Is that what?
And then there's you.
That's funny.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. Saw that. All right. Well, that has been, we told you all we were not going to go a whole hour tonight, and we're sitting here at 58 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and try to make that come true. But look, we appreciate everybody's time and stuff tonight. We'll make sure that we have, we'll do some longer shows coming up. Kevin Giddings says, what's good? Just got home from therapy. Saw great Osibor, Mike James, and Sam Williamson. There you go. That's another blast from the past that went absolutely nowhere. Well, SMU, I guess they're a conference foe now, but Mike James, love that kid. I really wish he was staying here at Louisville. Before we leave, as Tanner mentioned, the dog days of summer are coming up, so we will go back to our bi-weekly shows. So we'll still have we'll try to fix it to where maybe we're doing CSZ Podcast one week and Live at 55 the next week. But we always slow down a little bit during the summer, but we appreciate – just keep your notifications on. Make sure, as always, that you are let's have our friend, the promo guy. Go ahead. Tell us what we can do. Subscribe today for exclusive notifications for when we go live on all social media platforms. That guy should do this for a living. He's amazing. whoever he is. It's me. Louisville men's basketball says it's going to be a great weekend. Man, I know we didn't talk too much about this. I just don't think we get them. Yeah, you're good, Kevin. I just feel like there's his former coach, Coach Sprinkle, is at Washington. I feel like that's where he goes to. But, I mean, I'm always down for a big surprise, and I'm here for it. But for my guys, Wes, Higgy, and Tanner, we appreciate y'all as always. Until next time, this has been Live on 55, which is a subsidiary of the Cardinal Sports Zone Podcast Network. We're out of here.
And you take them home. When they ring the bells, you know that it's home. The bar is set, we setting the tone. If we set it, then set it in stone. Now sit in the seat and set up your phone. You in the Cardinal